What is going on, FA Nation? Jon Impemba here with James Grande. Welcome into the FantasyAlarm MLB DFS Playbook Preview Show for the Thursday 8-game slate starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. Your guy Grande will be on that early playbook for all of you. We got a little weather to watch. We have the return of Shota Imanaga on the road against the St. Louis Cardinals. We got Hunter Brown on the slate and Christopher Sanchez. They're going up against one another. A $2,000 price difference between the number one price starting pitcher and the number two price starting pitcher on this slate. So we're going to have to weather the weather and then figure out where we're going to go when it comes to starting pitching on this 8-game slate here because for lack of better word, it's kind of junk.
Oh, little Jansen junk. I like that. Yeah. That was good.
Nice.
That was good. I was trying to look through the pitching slate to see if I could use any more puns, but nothing sprung to mind.
Okay. I don't know if there's a thing there. So, is this a Springs? Was that
yeah.
Springs?
Yeah.
All right.
Sorry, I didn't sing you a bird song, John.
Hey, that's it for the show.
Put some gauze on it, man.
Oh man, terrible. Brown and Sanchez rubbing your top. They're 11-3. As soon as this loads, I'll let you know what his stats are. There you go. 188 ERA. He's still awesome. I can always play Hunter Brown again. The relief pitcher Hunter Brown here at 11,300. Oh, look at. So look at it. Hold on. Starting pitcher, right? But then you click, relief pitcher, and then starting pitcher down here. The consistencies that this DraftKings new UI has is simply amazing. All right, what do we want to do here? Obviously, the pitching isn't great. Couple of okay matchups.
Hunter Brown, elite.
Yeah.
Super elite. That's where we'd start. And we are cores in the afternoon is not the best.
Kershaw 7K. Christopher Sanchez is obviously really good, but Houston, number one team versus lefties.
Yes. They're really good. Imanaga probably gets up to like 80 pitches. He threw 72 in his final rehab. So we could probably ignore that at 9K.
Yep.
I don't hate Gausman. Cleveland's lineup strikes out a lot more this year than they have in years past. He has been abysmal.
He's been very bad.
He does have a really high ceiling still, despite how poorly he's pitched. I'd like to get, and you will, because I'll have the playbook out nice and early. We will have more data on that you'll be able to find at FantasyAlarm.com with the MLB DFS playbook.
Sure. Because
I want to look at some underlying stuff for Gausman before fully committing there. Same thing with Tanner Bybee. Had one of the weirdest. It was the Bybee stat, right?
Yeah.
Have you looked at the Bybee that had one of the weirdest starts you'll see all year in Sacramento?
Yeah. Yep. 11 hits, 10 strikeouts, 8 innings.
I mean, that is a five runs for him. It's one of the weirder ones.
105 pitches to give up 11 hits over 8 innings too. So
just left him out to dry.
Yeah.
They just did not care. He was staying out there no matter what. But Tanner Bybee is a good pitcher and has been slowly coming around to like last season's form. I mean, you know, 4 of his last 6 starts, he's given us at least 16 fantasy points. I'm okay with Bybee. Same thing with Shane Baz. I'm okay with Shane Baz. I know Shane Baz went through some slumps.
I mean, we have to really consider the Tampa Bay pitching in this spot, right? Yes. Because we saw Taj Bradley and then Drew Rasmussen, and now, I mean, it's righties against Kansas City. You know, they're doing the damage.
And if they're gonna start striking out a little bit more, they're in trouble. We said it from day one. They're a terrible offense. They've been a terrible offense.
Yeah, I know.
Like putting Jonathan,
but they are.
Well, putting Jonathan India in the leadoff. Michael Massey has fallen off a cliff. Salvi is not Salvi. There's a lot of things that are not going. What are their positives? Even Bobby Witt to like last year's standard is not being Bobby Witt, right?
Some people took Bobby Witt first overall this year, you know?
Some people did take Bobby Witt, and we're greatly regretting it. I promise you we are. We.
Not me, but we as in your team, yeah.
Yes, my team. Michael Garcia is their best story, their best player this year, arguably. So, like,
well, I'm not going to go that far. I mean, Bobby Witt.
Whoa, we just had an NBA trade. Mark Williams has been
traded again. Wait,
for the Suns.
For the Suns. All right.
I like it. I like that.
Good deal.
That's fun, dude.
Let's see if he passes a physical. Or not.
Dude, that's a fun one. Getting Devin Booker and maybe Jalen Green, like a really good running center. Sorry, this is a baseball show. That's fun.
Yeah, the Lakers might have actually made it deeper in the playoffs had they had a center on their team.
Correct. They've been in talks for Walker Kessler all day, John.
I saw that. Yeah.
Sorry, baseball. But John and I also, if you don't know this, we do all the basketball content at Fans Fun.
Sure.
So, had to just quick pause.
Dude, it's NBA draft night. I mean,
we're literally recording during the draft. So.
Ace Bailey told the Jazz not to draft him. They drafted him, so we'll see what happens there. So.
maybe a game of chicken, but yeah, that definitely happened. That's sure.
Danny Ainge said, "Noted. No, get on a plane. We'll see you there."
Danny Ainge said, "Okay, boss, we got you.
Sure.
We won't draft you." So I think Boz is circling back, looks really good. I think Birdsong will get some ownership because it's the Marlins, although the Marlins have been a better team. You started the show off with a Jansen Junk pun, John.
I did.
And I know it wasn't a coincidence. He's been ... good.
Yeah. I know. You liked Edward Cabrera, righty, against San Francisco on the Wednesday slate. Jansen Junk, as much fun as it is to make fun of the last name or make a joke out of the last name, hasn't been Junk on the mound.
Nice. It's a good one.
So, I think at his price on the slate, sure.
Good ballpark.
Yeah.
Good ballpark to pitch in, too.
Because, after that, I don't really necessarily know where you would feel comfortable going. Kershaw, lefty, he's pitched in Coors plenty enough at this point. And then maybe he knows he's been okay. He hasn't been great, but at this point, what do we expect of Kershaw?
He's been good.
7K again. Colorado's gonna knock out some of their plays here. So,
can I
sure.
co-sign that the Kershaw play?
Sure.
I think he's kind of been good. He's been good. The Dodgers have not had a lot to like about their pitchers, and they're still winning games. Can't say that about Kershaw. If I told you before the year that Clayton Kershaw was going to throw more innings than Blake Snell, Tyler Glasnow, or Roki Sasaki, what would you have told me?
I'd probably think something went wrong.
Well, here we are, John. Clayton Kershaw is going to throw more innings than all of those players this year. So, and he's been good. He hasn't allowed more than 3 earned runs since his first start. He hasn't allowed more than 2 runs in 5 of his last 6. So I'm in. It's a tough ballpark to pitch in, but I'm interested in Kershaw here.
All right. Anything else? Would you go Birdsong against Miami on the other side? Lorenzen gets Tampa Bay. We know, again, at least historically, Lorenzen's been lights out versus lefties, and then Tampa Bay's going to have their lefties in the lineup because the righties on the mound.
Yeah, but they'll also have Yandy and Caminero, so that will. I probably don't go Lorenzen. I would possibly go Dietrich Enns here.
Okay.
I don't think it's officially announced, but I did see it on Fangraphs earlier that he's been starting, or is
we never know
to start.
So
right, and no, Fangraphs.
Okay.
I saw it on Fangraphs earlier. So that's something. I don't know if, take that for what it's worth. And I think DraftKings usually just goes off what Fangraphs is like telling them. The Athletics are, like you're scared of Rooker, Wilson, left side, like Kurtz has hit a home run off Josh Hader, so I'm sure he's fine.
Wait, again? He just homered twice?
No, I'm saying you're getting lefty for Kurtz, like you're not really worried. Once you homer off Josh Hader to win a game, like you're not worried about much. But I don't think there's a ton of scary bats in the Athletics lineup. So I think Enns is fine. And then even maybe Springs on the other side. We talk about Jeffrey Springs away from his ballpark all the time. And he's coming off a gem in his own ballpark against Cleveland. I wouldn't mind either of those pitchers in that game, Enns or Springs. I think both of them, one or the other, could be useful. Ernie Hancock is 6K. He was so bad last start, but it was kind of not his fault because he had to pitch in the wind in Wrigley and just like take one for the team, buddy. Like there's nothing anyone can really do here for you.
Yeah.
But he had been really good prior to that. So I don't know. Maybe some shots on Enns, Springs, Hancock. Nothing like overly exciting, but maybe some shots.
Sure. All right. Center. Cal Raleigh is 65. Center.
Catcher.
Basketball, man. Anyway,
we start talking basketball.
Mark Williams on the brain.
Oh my God. Wow, talk about mailing it in, dude.
It's not paying attention to what's going on. All right, let's get to the catcher position. Might as well be the center position, the catcher position. Cal Raleigh or Nikola Jokic, however you want to put it. He is $6,500. Best player on the slate.
One of those players is available for trade. It's not Cal Raleigh.
If an injury occurs. 32 homers. Man's amazing. Will Smith versus lefty in Coors feels good. Hunter Goodman against Old Man Kershaw at $4,800 probably could get there.
Yep.
As well. Wins against Enns at 42. The battle of the double NS. Let's see. Augustin Ramirez is fine.
Nah,
you're not going to go Yanni or Real Muto there. Step down back.
Jeffers, maybe.
I think Boz's issues are versus righties, right? Isn't Salvi going to be a play here?
They are. Yes, they are. It's a good shout.
So Salvi at 33 is good. Fermin, if he's in the lineup, is good as well.
If Hicks cracks the lineup, he's pretty good. He's been had a good season.
I wouldn't shy away from Cardinals catchers here. Imanaga off the IL, wasn't good before the injury.
Yeah, I wouldn't either. Fermin.
Yeah, Fermin. Yep, exactly.
Dude, Reese McGuire homered again. He homered again today. Yep. Three home runs in his last 4 games. What is it about Cubs catchers randomly resurgent years? Inevitable collapse coming, but
Yes. All right, first base. Again, you have Ohtani and Freeman in here. I'm not too concerned about your lefties.
75. Final course price, 75.
Yep. Didn't get to the 8K price yet. Nope. Where would you go next?
Michael Busch. Okay. For sure, Michael Busch. Vladdy homered again tonight, if you want to play Vladdy.
Contreras
against a lefty. Torque against a lefty.
Well, Torque's numbers earlier this season were good versus righties.
Okay.
He's also hasn't been playing.
Yeah, he hasn't been great. Hasn't been great when he plays and hasn't been playing. Yandy for sure continues to just hit. Guy is just such a good hitter, dude.
Blazers just traded the number 11 pick to the Grizzlies. I wonder what's going on there. Might as well just do a dual show here. We'll give you MLB and NBA updates as they come through. All right. Anything else here in this mid-range? Binzardo. Honestly, Gossman's been really bad.
I'll report back in the playbook. I mean, but they've equally been bad. Manzardo's been equally bad.
Yeah.
Right? Like Manzardo hasn't been great.
I mean,
he homered. He had a couple home runs. Yeah, a couple home runs lately.
That's what he's there for.
Kurtz, lefty against a guy making his debut. I mean, the guy is just unbelievable. Just play the young guys and watch what happens. I would play Donovan Solano if he's in the lineup against Wood Richardson because Wood Richardson is a not good pitcher at all.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Okay. Second base. I don't think Kim will make the lineup this time either because, again, it's a lefty. Tommy Edman, though, against a lefty in Coors. That feels like a bingo play.
Yep. Love Tommy Edman. Love Glaber. Love both. It's hard to not like the top three minus Kim. Glaber has raked lefties this year.
Yeah.
Edmonds raked lefties this year. Yeah. And then Brandon Lau is
just live for a homer.
Just live for a home run in 100-degree weather. Yep.
Xavier Edwards is a good solo base play against Birdsong at 41.
He is.
Estrada, 37, came back, had a couple RBIs yesterday. I don't know what he's doing tonight. Probably nothing because he's on my team.
It's zeros. They have done. It's 0-0 in the fourth inning of that.
Willie Castro. I say Willie Hancock. Willie Castro versus Hancock. 36, dude. I'm all over the place. I don't know. Up and down. Down is up. Doing too many things here. Willie Castro versus Hancock at $3,600.
Yeah.
Would get there.
Yes.
Value. I mean, go back to Cody Clemens and Lee, I guess, right?
Yeah.
Just kind of keep playing the same round there.
Yeah, just play the hits, Sean. Just play the hits.
Play the hits. Third base we go. Jose Ramirez. You'll report back to the Gossman numbers, but Ramirez is certainly a guy in play. Devers.
I will play. No, I report. I don't. He's the only one I don't need to report. I will play that guy.
We'll see. We'll see what it says in the playbook. Devers is there. Muncy even against the lefties in Coors at 5K. Cameron Arrow, as we talked about, is the right split side, given Lorenzen's struggles.
Yep.
Michael Garcia as well. Not to rattle off the entire top list there, but Garcia and Up are all playable.
All great.
Javier Baez and Arenado.
Yes.
Barger versus Bybee at 38.
Yes. Love all those plays.
If you get Kike Hernandez,
we will.
Could get there.
I think we probably will.
Our guy Mark Pitts, shout out him. I don't know if you saw his message to us. Kike has relief pitcher eligibility now on ESPN because he has pitched in so many blowouts this year.
Yeah, and it's the worst. It's the worst thing to watch. It's a horrible watch. And he hasn't. They've had to use a reliever in like the last 3 times he's pitched because he's getting shelled.
Yeah, he's not good.
They need to stop doing this because he's up there just lobbing the ball. It's 40 miles an hour.
Now he's got eligibility. So
can you play him there as like?
You can play him as an RP, yeah, but then you get stuck.
I know, but do you get the batting stats?
Like, no, you only get the pitching stats, which you don't want. Casey Smith, $3,400. Matt Shaw's in terrible. Anything else? Again, Lee's just too cheap consistently at $2,900. Like
he is too cheap.
All right. Anything else here?
No.
Shortstop. Mookie's 58, Trey 55. Probably won't do that versus Brown. Bobby Witt versus Boz. I'd give that a look.
Same.
And Jacob Wilson, as you mentioned, struck out multiple times tonight. Something he does not do ever. Could get a bounce back game for him as well.
By the way, we kind of mentioned Bobby Witt's not having a bad year for whatever the record. Let the record state.
You said that Michael Garcia has been their best player.
It's been. I mean, arguably.
Okay.
I mean, he has been like super good.
Okay. No, that's fine.
Michael Garcia's hitting 312. Okay.
All right. Numbers don't lie. Scoreboard.
Yeah, I mean, you can play any of them. Bobby is the guy for me in that tier.
Sure.
Would love to play Pena. Would love to play Mookie, but he doesn't have a pulse. I'll play Dansby. Javi, you mentioned. I'd play him too. Mason Wynn gets a lefty. I'd play him.
Sure. You mentioned Crawford.
Crawford. Yep, JP. Oh boy, I play most players against the
Simeon Woods Richardson.
Simeon Woods Richardson start. Yeah.
Yeah, I would agree with you. Interesting. All right, outfield.
Interesting.
Just a lot of NBA. Atlanta just got an unprotected first round pick from New Orleans, so
there's something they like something.
Yeah,
they clearly have something that they're eyeing.
Yeah. Ohtani and Tucker up at the top. Ohtani's mentioned $7,500. Tucker PCA against Palante. Teoscar versus lefty and Gomber's 59. Buxton, good chance to homer against Hancock at 57. Play everybody, I guess, against but Schwarber here, just because you don't want to go against Hunter Brown.
Probably.
Baez is 52.
Yeah. Probably would play. I basically play every player 5K and up except.
We got a Jordan update. We got a Jordan hit off a tee. Rooker against ends at 48.
That's a great play. Rooker has monster numbers against lefties this year.
Yeah. Wenzel Perez has been really good.
Wenzel Perez, a member of your team, has been really good. Really good.
Ian Happ, obviously, also elite, $4,400. Just want to get Cubbies in your lineup, you can.
Yep.
Tyler Freeman against a lefty and Kershaw at 44. Again, I'm not really too scared of Kershaw anymore, but.
Chandler Simpson, Jesus Sanchez, right there at that $3,900 price point.
Sure.
Like them both.
Yep. Conforto versus Gomber, 39, still cheap. Now gets the right split side for him.
Yep.
Let's see here. Can play Barger out here. Larnick, Burleson's lefty, but Larnick for sure.
Tampa hit Morel 5th against who the heck pitched? Waka. So, if he's...
you just try to ride hot streaks with that guy, but...
He's been better. He's been better lately.
Sure. Rayleigh, Wallner.
Yep. Canzoni.
Myers even has a lot of power.
Mm-hmm.
Caglione, it's 3K.
Denzel Clark has been swinging it a little better. Hit a home run the other day. Very moderately better, but. Yeah. You know who'll probably be in the lineup for Detroit? Jahmai Jones will probably be in the lineup. He'll probably actually lead off. This is their new Justin Henry Malloy.
Okay.
In terms of no business. You have no business leading off on my team, but you're a righty and you face a lefty, you'll probably lead off.
Sure.
So.
All right. Core plays. And we'll do our best for those who watch.
Well, or listen, because you could also just be listening to the show.
It's true.
Could just be laying down, eyes closed, looking at the ceiling, just taking all the information in. Could. Not saying you are. I'm just saying you could be.
Definitely could. If we do Hunter Brown, he's $2,000 more expensive than the next guy.
There's a lot to like in that junk Boz Birdsong range.
Who do you have more faith in?
I would say.
Would you just play Kershaw for the win equity and hope that?
Yeah, I like Kershaw. Kershaw.
Colorado's lefties are going to be neutralized. So. All right, so that's 4K a play for your position players.
Who are the values that we wanted to get to here?
I think Salvi at 33, or he went all the way down to Pajes or Fermin or something like that.
I do like the Salvi shout. I think that's a good one.
He's cheap enough. A lot of power. Boz is struggle versus righties. Let's see. Lee Clemens can play him in second.
Dude, if Brooksley's gonna hit, they gave him a day off on Wednesday. But if they're gonna hit him third or like anywhere in that range, yeah, of course, that's a great value.
Would you just double it up? Clemens, Lee, second and third base.
Do we want to not prioritize third?
That's the question. I mean, third base has Ramirez, Devers, Muncy, Caminero, Barger. I do like at 38.
You can play him in the outfield. I was thinking the same thing for Javi, but you can play Javi in the outfield.
Here, which is obviously that Cody Clemens is very cheap, right? Just play the
the
other Muncy playing still or no?
Yeah, he's hitting like fifth, dude. But he just hasn't.
Yeah, like Ember's a lefty.
Let me clarify. He's batting fifth. He's not actually hitting all that well.
So if we did Clemens and Lee here, then that gives us 45. So now we can get our value out of the way, and now we can kind of build here.
Do whatever we want
until we play a $7,400 Otani. Then we're dead again. Let's see.
Teoscar 59. We have not gotten to play Teoscar against a lefty very much.
No, and then I guess Conforto would be the play here, right? Because finally get him in the right.
No, he's lefty.
Oh, he's lefty. Right.
He's played the last two games.
Yeah. You're right.
Cody Clemens just homered, by the way.
On cue. Barger there. So this gives us a first base, shortstop, and outfield.
You know what? We need Edman in this build. If you did Edman over Barger, what would that put us at?
He is second base eligible only.
Oh, they took his outfield. He had okay, I like that.
I don't disagree with them. Yeah.
Edman is too good against lefties to not play here.
Yeah, that's fine. Shortstop was kind of a tweener spot for us.
Was
Crawford,
kind of a tweener spot.
All right, just 37 for first.
Yeah, leave it there.
I'm just seeing what's there. Probably Nick Kurtz or Manzardo, as I said.
Yeah, we have some. Right. Yeah, it's some.
All right. Brown, Kershaw, Salvi, Edman, Lee, Crawford. And even if you wanted to get rid of Crawford, maybe you could spend down elsewhere. We'll do this. Brown, Kershaw, Salvi, Edman, Lee, Hernandez, Barger were the hitters we're comfortable with. You got $3,700 a play. There's obviously another value outfielder. There's value at shortstop that you could play. And if you wanted to play a mid-tier first baseman, those are your opportunity to do as well. Obviously, getting an 11,300 Brown is difficult to make it too expensive of a lineup, but there's some plays for you guys there. Again, no live show. Get us in the Discord. Grande will have your playbook, and we will be there to help you guys out. Until then, we'll be back for Friday. We'll see you there.